Hello everybody. I got this request quite a few times, and the last one who sent it to me was Hyraxist, and I promised to him I would do a tutorial about how to make boat or ship hulls. You see, I have prepared some. This is one which here is another one. Here is another one. This is probably more like a fisher boat or fishing boat. Here is another one. And here is more a sports boat. And the point is, I do all these things exactly the same way, and I would like to show how to do it or how I do it. There are other ways, and there are other videos on the internet showing how to do boat hulls, but I think the way I'm doing it is not covered in another tutorial. So let's start. I press Ctrl N for a new scene, go to top view, hit the A key and make the grid visible. Then I go to basic and select the curve tool, and then I draw out the curve and I try to put the points about. By the way, I'm doing a sports boat, but you can do whatever ship you would like to do with this method. I'm trying to space out these vertices about the same, and the first thing you must think about is, if I look from top on a boat, then what does it look like? The other thing is from the side. You will see I try to use as few curves as possible, because this makes life a lot easier. Okay, we don't need the grid anymore, and first I duplicate this. I make 3 clones, click in here and bring this up, and the first thing we must think about is the relationship between the height and the length. The next thing we must think about is, how does the hull bottom look like? I will make here a traditional V bottom, so R key and make this flat, top view, W key and bring this to about here. Now the next thing we must think about is the silhouette. You know, it could be that this is already it. We would have a straight side, and here would be the V bottom, but depending on this middle one we can make all sorts of hulls, and I make a sports boat, I said, so we'll straighten this one a bit, bring it up higher, and bring this one up a bit more, otherwise it's probably too much, and then bring this middle piece out a bit. And if you think about it, depending on where we place this middle part, we can make it really round, or depending on W, put it to here, we can make it, I don't know the word in English, but either this way or this way. I leave it where it is right now. W key, and someone wrote in the comments to my propeller video or propeller tutorial that I seem to have an idea about how Modo works, but that I have absolutely no idea about aerodynamics, which is true. And of course it's also true for boat hulls. I have no idea if this would swim and if it would swim straight, but anyway, this is the method I'm using, and if you have blueprints, then you can do it right exactly. Okay, so next thing we have to think about is how does it look from the front. So I select all these vertices, I could make the words visible, and then rotate it around this vertex here and bring this to about here. The same is of course true at the back. So R key, W key, bring it down a bit, and maybe look at the silhouette. W key, bring this up a bit more, bring this down a bit more, something like this. If we are happy, maybe I also rotate this a bit from here, like so. If we are happy, then we can finalize this cage by selecting these vertices, Shift O, make an open curve, Shift O, Shift O, and again Shift O. Okay, now the T key, we can make this really smooth. And there is something else. You see here on the back we have a curve, and of course it is rounding here. If we want to have this straight, then there is an easy solution. We select this, Ctrl X, Ctrl V, go to vertex, merge automatic, and now we have two curves really and a sharp edge in between here. The same is true on the side. If we would like to have, let's say, the top of the hull straight, we can select these curve segments here, Ctrl X, Ctrl V, and run vertex merge automatic again. Now, if we are happy with the basic cage here, and I think I am pretty happy, yes, looks not so bad, then we can patch this cage. I made a tutorial, it's called Working with Curves, and if you don't understand what I'm doing, then I would really ask you to go and have a look at this older tutorial. So basic, select the Patch Curves tool, click in the viewport to activate these knots, and then I start patching this clockwise or counterclockwise, and I have perpendicular count of 4 and a parallel count of 2, and remember, perpendicular is always the one which you click first, so this one. When we have finished patching it, then we can select the hull, Ctrl X, new mesh, Ctrl V, and then we don't need to see the cage anymore, we don't need to see the vertices, and here we already have 1/2 of a boat hull. And if I subdivide it, you see it looks not so bad. So I go to top view and select the bottom edges, then go to vertex, set position 0 on Z, and then I move the entire half up a little to about here, so we have some Control Z, some offset here, and then I can mirror this by duplicate, mirror on Z, apply, and then connect these two halves together. I could do this by joining the vertices, but I prefer to have it bridged. This allows me to put in more geometry when I need it, and I make sure I don't get triangles. Okay, so select these and bridge with two segments, and then it starts looking like a boat slowly. And next I select these edges, the back ones here, sorry, and these, and bridge them, but without auto connection. And then I can select this, deselect these ones and the front two, and bridge this also with a count of with two segments. If I make the tension 0%, then it will be exactly straight, but usually sports boats are not straight, so the water can run down. So I bring up the tension here to, yeah, something like this. The disadvantage of the tension is that it is applied linear, and here I would like to have this part down here, so I go to the top view and bring out a linear fall off with no symmetry and ease in. Then I can bring this out from about, not here, and to about here. I should have selected this curve here, and then W key, bring it down to here. That's good. Okay, now we can connect these vertices and also the ones on the front. This one goes to here. Okay, now let's have a look. So far so good. We now need to fill in the back here, the stern, and oh, it's the wrong one. Deselect these two and these two, and bridge these, this time with auto connection. Good, let's see if it worked. Yeah, looks good. Okay, first we need to I select all these here, Control Boundary, then Shift double click these edges and make sure that we have the front also selected. Then bevel this with a round level of 1 and bevel it into about here. Now this is already better. If we have the idea this is too round, then we can just bevel this also. So bevel, and bevel it a little, or we could use Pixar sub D and edge weights. This is entirely up to you. I use normal beveling. Now, so far so good. Let's make I will not really finish this ship or this boat, but I will make a passenger's part. So maybe here, bevel this quite a bit, and shift click, bring it down on the blue handle. Let's have a look from the side. R key, make it straight, W to about here. And then I select this, control boundary again, shift double click this here, and shift tab to go to Pixar sub D, then bring the vertex, the edge weight tool in, and depending on how strongly we weight it, this is from the previous boat I did, and this seems to be quite okay. Then shift tab to go out of it, and let's make a symbolic windshield. So shift, select these, control copy, new mesh, control V, select it, bevel it in quite a lot, invert the selection and delete. Then we can select it, shift X, and bring this up to about here. Then I select the top here and bring it back, W, like so. Yes. Then we can select this here, E key from here, bring it down a bit, like so, maybe W, like so. Perspective. Then I select the bottom here, up arrow key, shift X again, bring this down a bit and delete. Okay, I add in two edges here, Alt C, yeah, uniform, it's okay. And then I can take this, Control X, go to my second mesh, Control V, and must go out of. Then I can shift tab again and give this a material M. This is glass. M. This is the hull, and we can make some decoration. For example, select this here, L, M, call this strip, and yeah, that's it. And you see this is a pretty decent hull, and you can make any sort of hull you like. Glass. And for the hull itself I take plastic, medium gloss, this blue one. Let's make it this way. And the strip is black. And then we have this here, yes, like so. Go up here a bit, Control Enter, and go up with the subdivision level to 6 and F9 and render it. So here we are. This is my method of making ship or boat hulls. You can really do whatever shape you like. I think this is a pretty easy and straightforward one. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it and you find it useful. Take care and have fun modeling with Modo. See you some other time. Bye bye.